Hey guys, welcome to World of Warships with Hachiman. If you've probably noticed by now, I've uploaded a number of videos onto YouTube that did not have commentary. I seem to have a conflict. I played those games and recorded those games live while I was playing, and I seem to have a conflict. I cannot make the mic work with my capture software while the World of Warships client is running a game. Something I have to figure out, but neither here nor there. I want to bring you a port review. Kind of like a garage overview, but it's a ship, so it's a port review. Of the USS Sims Tier 7 American Destroyer Premium that you get if you pre-order, essentially buy your way into the closed beta. Now, there's some conflicting historical information on the USS Sims, and I guess it depends on exactly which USS Sims you're talking about, and I believe the one that we're looking at here is not a DD, it is a DE. It is a destroyer escort. If this is in fact the correct ship, the U.S. Sims, named after the admiral that wanted to modernize the U.S. Navy around the turn of the century, the groundwork was laid in 1942, and she actually went into service in 1943, and she served as a transport escort from the east coast of America to Ireland, running ships back and forth. And based on the way this ship is put together in terms of its AA guns and whatnot, I believe that's the case in terms of this USS Sims. The USS Sims, between 1943 and 44, ran 20 convoy runs from the east coast of the United States to Ireland, and in that time lost only one ship in its convoys to either U-boat or enemy aircraft. After 44 into 45, she was sent to the Pacific, because let's be blunt, coming into 1945, we didn't have much need for naval power in the Atlantic. Germany was completely a land war pushing into Germany at that point, and she went into an overhaul and her design was changed a bit, but she continued doing the same job. She was always escorting convoys and transports and that type of thing. She was at Iwo Jima. She was at Okinawa. She was at Japan after the surrender, and she did her job very well. She had multiple confirmed kills. In fact, at one point she shot down 4 Japanese fighter bombers in as many days. So she was good at what she did. So let's look at this ship for a second here. Oh, and I should let you guys know, I do have a gameplay video coming up. In fact, it is my first game in the USS Sims. I played some of the other ships before I played the Sims because I wanted to have an idea of how to actually play the game. And so again, all those videos you've seen are just my live recordings of games. I've only played about 24 games at this point. I've lost 3. Let's not even talk about survivability. She is what she is. She's a destroyer. She has no armor. Minimal hit points. Moving on. Artillery. You have main batteries. You have 4 127 millimeter guns. So, roughly 5-inch guns. 2 4, and then you've got 2 aft. If I can get there we go. 2. This is roughly not much more firepower than a lot of the low-tier American vessels, but your damage potential is pretty solid. Chance on fire of HE shells 5%. The major thing is rate of fire 13.3 rounds per minute. It'll fire a shot about every 4.5 seconds, give or take. And the firing range is 12.9 kilometers, so she's got good long-range guns, and you'll see in the game they're pretty accurate. Torpedoes. The The Sims, this is another thing that makes The Sims shine. She has 2 quad-tube torpedo launchers, 533mm, which are substantially larger than the early-tier American tanks, but look at those stats. Reload time's a little long, 87 seconds. Maximum damage, 11,600. Torpedo speed, 65 knots. These are fast. Most of the American tier torpedoes, especially at low tiers, are like 48 knots, with a range of 5.5, which is a little better than the low-tier American ships. You fire these torpedoes at close to point-blank range, say 3 kilometers and less, unless the enemy ship is very fast and her captain is very good, they're not going to miss. These torpedoes are just too fast. The game I played in, I wasn't in it very long, from my perspective, but you will see how my torpedoes just obliterated one ship, and I did earn my first aircraft carrier kill with some torpedoes. So the torpedoes really make the combat capabilities of the ship. Being a destroyer, of course, you've got your smoke screen as usual. AA guns. This is what defines the Sims as a destroyer escort instead of a typical destroyer. She has 4 12.7mm Browning guns. She has 2 20mm, I'm not going to pronounce that, anti-aircraft guns, and then 4 1-inch 127s. Yes, her main guns can be used as anti-aircraft guns. That gives you a fair amount of anti-aircraft firepower. In my first game in this ship, I did kill an aircraft, which I wasn't really near the aircraft most of the game. I somehow, even though I killed the aircraft carrier, I somehow avoided her planes almost the whole game. Maneuverability, 39 knots. This is a very fast ship. Rudder shift time, 3.5 seconds with a 500-meter turning circle radius. This ship is very fast, very maneuverable, which is great when you need to close within close range to obliterate some of those torpedoes. And then concealment, you got to be pretty close to pick her up. Surface detectability range 7.6 meters, air detectability range 3.7. That's excellent. I mean, you can be closing on a target, and once you know he sees you, you can pop that smoke screen, and by the time you come out of it, your torpedoes are in the water. It's really just it's a fantastic strike ship, and it's so fast. Theoretically, it can zoom in to danger, launch its torpedoes, and then zoom right out again. I say theoretically because I've only played one game in it, so but I love the detail. The attention to detail on these ships is just fantastic. And I love how in-game the ships take visible damage as they've taken damage. It's just, Wargaming's really done something very special here. To the extent that it's going to have a severe and massive impact on my World of Tanks time, I believe. So, anyway, hey guys, please like the video, subscribe for more. There's going to be a lot of World of Warships videos going up. Since I don't do commentary currently, I'm just going to be uploading these videos and letting you watch them. You'll get to see the things I did very well, which I have done well in a lot of games, and you'll get to see the things I did badly. So, I have run aground a number of times. I did torp a friendly ship once, accidentally. I mean, only one torpedo hit him, and I wasn't aiming at him. It just happened. But, you'll get to see those mistakes as well as the successes. So anyway, like I said, like the video, subscribe for more. We'll see you around. Thanks, guys.